Okay, we are all doing this to make money. Let's just keep it real. None of us would be doing this if it wasn't for the money. If we couldn't make a couple dollars, none of us would be Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, DoorDash workers, whatever the case is, we wouldn't be doing it. Obviously, we wouldn't be, teachers, lawyers, all of that stuff. But that's on the employee side. None of us would be doing what we do if it wasn't for the money. If we weren't getting paid, none of us would be out here. It just is what it is. We get paid to do a job. Now, obviously, to be an Uber driver, your primary purpose is to pick people up and drop them off. Point A to point B. Get them from point A to point B, and that's when you get paid. That's common sense, right? There's nothing crazy when I say that. That's common sense. But a lot of people are struggling right now. They're struggling because the offers just aren't coming in at what they used to come in at. Offers used to come in at least $1 per mile. It's crazy because you used to look at it like $1 per mile was like, I would never do that. I want $2 a mile. I want $2 for every offer. Every offer got to be $2 a mile. The pickup times are crazy. It's like, man, it's going to take me 15 minutes to pick them up, and then it's another 40 minutes to drop them off. That's a crazy trip. I'm not going to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Then we used to have quests. We used to have these little bonuses. We used to have all of these different things. We used to have surges. This was free money that was given to us just, I was going to say just for being in an area. But like what used to happen was when it was actually busy in an area. So say it was busy over there. It would surge over there as a way of letting us know, hey, you need to drive over there. And when you drove over there, you would partake in the surge because it's like, hey, I was way over here. I was way, across yonder, and I drove all the way over there. So the surge was like compensation for you deciding to drive that way, for you deciding to go and get in that area, because it may not be the normal area that you work. It may not even be an area that you like to go to, but they would surge it to get you, to entice you to come to that area. During the pandemic, they gave out quests. They gave out quests and bonuses. If you did a certain number of rides, you were a part of the group that got the quest. Now, these quests used to be a lot of rides, but it was an incentive for you to be on the platform. It was an incentive for you to be a full-timer, at least for the weekend, at least for those couple days, because you were trying to hit the quest. But it was free money if you did. It was free money that Uber, Lyft would give you because they appreciated the fact that you were on the platform and you were driving for them. So they say, hey, here's a couple dollars. Here's a couple bucks. Because you normally probably wouldn't have been out here, so here's a couple bucks. That's how it used to be. That is definitely how it used to be. But that's not how it is anymore. In today's age, I'm going to give you my secret strategy of how I still make money, even though it's not like that. I'm going to tell you my super secret strategy to double my income. And it's super simple, very simple. It's not rocket science. Even though they're not giving out the free money, even though the offers aren't necessarily coming in, the contracts, as you can hear the plane, you can't really see it, but the plane's coming in. Even though the contracts aren't coming in at $1 per mile, they're coming in under $1 per mile. They're not giving out the free money, and the pickup times are crazy, maybe 15, 20-minute pickups. Yeah. That's what it's like being an Uber driver. The way that you can double your income right now is simple. We all come from a W-2 environment. Let's keep it real. We all come from a W-2 environment. And what I mean by that is we all have a job. You know what I'm saying? We all had a real job. We all were employees. We all had a schedule that we had to work. We all had requirements. We all had a manager, a supervisor that told us what to do. So we come from that environment. And when you come over here, it's like you come over here for the freedom. You come over here to be able to be your own boss. You come over here for different reasons, to be able to pick your own schedule, to be able to work wherever you want to work. You come over here maybe because it's paying just a little bit better. You come over here to experience the other side of benefits. The problem is you forget that structure. So what am I saying? My super simple strategy is very simple. All you got to do is treat this like you would your other job. So what do I mean by that? You got to give yourself a schedule. And my personal recommendation is you set your schedule so that you work 40 hours a week. Like I told you, it's nothing groundbreaking, but it's a super simple schedule. It's a super simple strategy. Because if you commit to working 40 hours, you commit yourself to a schedule, you'll be able to see the money consistently. The reason is because all of our markets are different. In some people's market, it works more so where the mornings are super on fire. Some people's markets, you work in the morning, you're going to ball out. In other people's markets, it's the evenings. Like, it seems like our market in the evenings is a lot better than the mornings, somewhat. In other people's markets, that lunchtime shift is where it's crazy. It goes crazy because, people are getting out of work. People want to go eat. People want to go places. You know what I'm saying? It's just, everybody's market is different. But when you set yourself a schedule, you get the chance to see it. If you're working at least 40 hours a week, you get a chance to see what's going on in your market. You get a chance to be a part of, okay, well, the morning shift is where it's at. I'm a part of that. I done seen for this whole week, every morning I was making let's say I made $60 every morning. And then when it came to the afternoon shift, I only made $40. Then when it came to the evening shift, I made $30. You can obviously see that the morning shift is more profitable. So now you looking at yourself, you could say you could devote more effort and energy to the morning as opposed to the evening or as opposed to the afternoon. On the flip side, let's say it's the evening shift and you're like me and you wake up at 5:30 in the morning, but you're not getting the rides. You're just driving around, you just kind of riding around in circles, like how I'm doing right now. Just kind of walking around. But yeah, let's say it's the exact opposite, and it's the evening shift. Well, now because you have a schedule, you're starting to see that, okay, in the evening it's more popular, it's more money, I'm getting more rides, more opportunities. Things are happening in the evening that don't happen in the morning. So now you can switch your schedule. Instead of coming out at 5:30 like me, now you coming out, maybe 5 p.m. You know what I'm saying? And you're working throughout the night. And now you're in the money because you're in a better shift. You're in a more popular shift. You're in a more profitable shift. And see, look, like I tell you guys all the time, it doesn't matter how long you turn on the app. You can turn on the app and have it on all day and all night. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. What matters is how many people you can get in your car and get out of your car. How many rides you're taking. That's what matters. Listen, I can have 100 hours on my app. Uber's not going to pay me any more or any less. But now if I take 100 people, I get paid a little bit more. Obviously, you want to take the right rides and you want to make sure that they're paying a decent amount. All of that stuff is you guys already know that. But so if you're taking people, that's how you're getting paid, because you're completing contracts. The more contracts you complete, the more money you make. Now, obviously, then it comes down to what types of contracts are you completing and all of that stuff. And that's the whole point of having a schedule. See, if you have a schedule, you can see, like I said, so when I look back at those numbers, I know those figurative, but if in the morning you made $60, that means you were getting bigger rides, bigger contracts in the morning. So it makes way more sense to focus on the morning, because that's where the bigger contracts are. So you can kind of consistently see, okay, the morning times is when I'm going to get that real money. I'm going to be balling, you know what I'm saying? So it you can kind of shift your schedule, or you can shift just the way that you work to profit from the bigger rides. That's how you increase your income. It's not just, I'm going balls to the wall and I'm going to keep the app on all day and I'm working 24 hours a day. No, it's not that. I mean, more power to you. What it is being efficient with your time. And how do you get efficient? You got to know your market. And I know everybody feels like you know your market, but it's like, when it comes to Uber and Lyft, when it comes to DoorDash, when it comes to these things, your market is slightly different than what you may know. Remember, most of us, before we got into this gig work stuff, we went to our job, we might have came home, we might have got something to eat, we might have went to the grocery store, and then we went home. That's the extent of most of our knowledge. I'm just saying. Or maybe, okay, if we got kids, maybe we might have took our kids to so-and-so's house for a play date or whatever. But that's about it. We pretty much go the same route to go to work. We pretty much go to the same stores. So it's like, you don't really know your market like you think you know your market when you're talking about Uber and Lyft, when you're talking about doing this from a professional standpoint. So this is why I always say, you got to learn your market. You got to learn your market. If you want to double your income, you got to learn your market. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it 1,000,000 times, because you really want to see the money. You really want to get to the $100, $200, $300 days, $400 days. You got to learn your market. One of the ways that you can learn your market is by joining the Telegram group. Hey, look, we are regular drivers, really getting out here, really active, really out here. Join the Telegram group, become a part of the community, so you can get more information. The link is in the description. But yeah, with that being said, man, I am sitting in a parking lot, and it looks like security's gonna tell me to get out, so I'm about to get out. But yeah, man, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. If you need anything, just leave a comment below. And like I said, join the Telegram group. But yeah, with that being said, I'm out of here. Deuces.